Something just leaked out, guys. ATF proposed rulemaking, something they probably didn't mean to say. They kind of peeked open underneath the curtain a little bit because this is something that came out about a few minutes ago. I would classify this as an oopsie, a leak. Everything will be linked in the description box below. It turns out we're going to have some sort of rule coming down the pipe very soon, imminently, I dare say, around engaged in business from the DOJ and the ATF. I'm going to walk through the entire thing. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. Guys, we are cruising at a rate which is going to put us at 600,000 subs on this channel by the end of next month. If you guys can do that, keep pushing, keep grinding, keep sharing, subscribe, like, all the good things. Let's get into this. This might be a shorter video, but this needs to be out tonight. All right, at Braden LOA on X. Let me jump into this really quickly. This is coming from FPC. As you can see, like genuinely 14 minutes ago, as at least the filming of this video. FPC, the ATF said today in a legal filing that the agency, quote, is currently preparing a notice of proposed rulemaking on the same subject matter as the engaged in business rule. Now, here's the really important thing. They did not announce a new rule. They did not say they were doing something that around... They did not say that they're releasing something today or tomorrow. They said, court, hey, wink, wink, nod, nod. We're working on something similarly related to the engaged in business rule. What? Pro? Con? We don't know. Watch this. Here's the actual document that FPC put out. Joint status report. This would be the leak that we're talking about. Pursuant to the court's order, the parties respectfully submit this joint status report. This is in the state of Florida versus the ATF. The parties previously stated that the Department of Justice and the ATF had announced that they will conduct a comprehensive review of the engaged in business rule under review in this case. Now, engaged in business rule is the Biden-era rule that was basically stating that if you had a gun, or if you had just bought a gun, or if you had more than one gun in a month, or if you sold more than one gun in a month, you were engaged in the business. They were redefining what FFL dealers were. So if you had a brand new gun and you sold that brand new gun, you're now a dealer. If you sold it to your brother, your mother, your sister, your father, your brother, cousin, now you're a dealer. If you made $1 profit, you're a dealer. That was the whole shtick of what they tried to do underneath the Biden administration. Now, this next part is why we've got this little video coming out. All right. Defendants, again, right up here, the defendants are the ATF, okay? Defendants can now advise that ATF is currently preparing a notice of proposed rulemaking on the same subject matter as the engaged in business rule. What? What's that about, guy? The parties, therefore, respectfully submit that the case should remain stayed in keeping with the court's order. I don't care about this case. I care about what they just referenced to, right here. The defendants can now advise that the ATF is currently preparing a notice of proposed rulemaking on the same subject matter as the engaged in business rule. All right, there's a lot of moving parts that are going on right now. That's why I'm doing this, because this is a brand new thing. Everything that you're seeing across the board, whether it's the GOA response to the DOJ around what they're doing around rules and enforcing and not enforcing, totally different animal. That's zero tolerance policy. This is not the previous rule that they just came out with from the DOJ that made a right to reclaim rights as felons. Not this. That's already in the Federal Register. This is not the GOA thing. Here, this is what I'm referencing right here, and I've got all this stuff linked. I always bring receipts. You can check it out yourself. That's the joint status report. So, not this one. Gun Owners of America, in an insane move, the Justice Department chose to stick to their guns and support the Biden-era arguments for zero tolerance ATF rule. That's not the same thing. This is something brand new. What is it? I don't know. No one has called me. No one has told me of anything that is happening or is even aware that something is happening. ATF just put this in a document that says, we got something coming, so maybe we just continue to stay until we get this new rule out. I don't know what it is, but here's more of the same stuff from the GOA DOJ stuff. DOJ position in Second Amendment cases at odds with Trump's agenda, gun group alleges. Again, this is zero tolerance. Like, what? What are we even talking about? You got zero tolerance that GOA and DOJ are kind of button heads on. Then you've got this new little thing right here from the ATF. I mean, guys, if you missed it, I'm going to do it one more real quick time. Defendants can now advise that ATF is currently preparing a notice of proposed rulemaking on the same subject matter as engaged in the business rule. I don't know what that means. You can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to go ahead and make a whole lot of calls about that. But 14 minutes ago, the ATF just dropped that little nougat on a Friday. Make sure you send this out. This is a really important one. Make everyone that you know aware of this. It was a shorter video. I told you it probably will be, but I will see you on the next one. I may do a live tonight. I may not, but I thought this was pertinent to get out to you as soon as possible. So that's what I've got for you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn the notification bell on. I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. Later.